Hey guys, what's up? It's Kendall again, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are yet again welcoming a Tarot Tuesday. If you're new to my channel, hi, my name is Kendall. I don't always look crazy, but this is my Tuesday series where I go over a tarot card of the day. We're going through the entire deck over here on my channel. And I always have my makeup done based off of the tarot card of the day. Usually I will post a makeup tutorial or some sort of get ready with me for the makeup look on Thursdays. This week, I'm not sure what my footage looks like, to be honest with you guys. I kind of was testing out going live on YouTube. It did not go well, okay? Not many people hung out, and that's okay. But the video is saved, so if you see it on Thursday, that means it turned out good. If you don't see it on Thursday, I decided not to post it. Okay, guys, so let's go ahead and get into today's card. I'm going to go ahead and throw a version of the card up on the screen for you guys to reference as we go through the card. As we pull the moon card, immediately we can see that the moon is shining down. There's a path in front of us, and the path has two sides. There's a dog on one side, there's a wolf on another side. Some cards have a woman coming out of the water, and some cards have a crawfish coming out of the water. It really just depends on what deck you're using. But the two animals represent our animalistic nature within each and every one of us. One is really civilized, you know, humankind, community, we're civilized. The other is our completely wild side, which is that wolf side. So that is just our innate kind of wild and feral side that we have in all of us. Everything in this card is kind of showing that there's like this duality to us. And as we walk forward on the path, it's representing our conscious and our subconscious coming together to create us as a being, okay? It's kind of like our two forces within us coming together. We get unity in a lot of these cards, but this card specifically is focusing on our subconscious and our conscious being aware of our subconscious. So the moon card has a lot of different interpretations across a lot of different tarot readers. So I'm just going to give you a couple of different kind of readings of it. When it comes to tarot, it's all about what you are getting from the card. It's how you are interpreting and feeling the card. So I want you to know that the moon may not be a clear card for some people. This card can be kind of complicated when it comes to readings, but just trust your feeling and your intuition around this card, because one interpretation of the moon card that our intuition is leading us, okay? When it is dark out and the moon is up, the moon lights up a path for us, but we don't know what's going on in the dark around us, right? In the dark, you're taking paths that you might not be sure of. You can't really see what's in front of you, so you go one step at a time. And maybe your imagination gets the best of you sometimes, because think about walking in a dark woods and you can only have the moonlight lighting the path in front of you. You might think that like something's watching you, or you might hear something and think that it's like a monster beside you. Your imagination might be getting the best of you sometimes. I want you to kind of think that the moonlight is here to ensure you have the path ahead. Allow your intuition to lead you forward. Your imagination might tap into your intuition, creating creativity for you. I want you to understand that your intuition is leading you, okay? The moonlight is guiding you. I want you to follow that, okay? Trust your gut. Trust that you know where to go, what your next step will be, regardless of being kind of like blacked out of what those steps mean and where it's leading you. Trust that you are able and capable to make those next steps going forward. Be more conscious of the fear and anxiety that you might have taking those next steps. Remember, we have these like scary things happening in the dark next to us. Just be aware of where those fears and anxieties are coming from, because they're most likely coming from our shadow selves, okay? Deep memories, deep fears within us that resonate in us need to be healed and need to be let go of. These negative energies that come from them need to be worked through in order to release them completely and help you move forward into the Sun card, okay? Because that's going to be our next card in the Major Arcana process. Another interpretation of this card is kind of like our imagination is guiding us. And it could be like that sense of illusion happening in front of us that's not exactly what it is. This illusion could be leading us to a truth being exposed. That truth is kind of the illusion, and the truth concepts of that come together, and it's showing you trickery. It's telling you that the moonlight is going to shine light on whatever's trying to trick you, and that whatever's hidden must be revealed in order for you to take another step forward, okay? And another kind of like metaphor or image of that is, say you're on this path in the dark forest and you hear a noise beside you and you think, oh shit, that's a really big animal. But then you take another step forward and the moonlight now is shining right there. You notice a twig just fell from the tree. So your mind created this illusion of a large animal, but the moonlight shedded light on the truth of the matter. And your subconscious fears of a large animal being there is the illusion there. Does that make sense? Generally, I want you to think of the moon as like our shadow selves and deep down fears, anxieties, or just things we haven't yet healed within us. The moon card is presenting itself saying, shine the light on the truth. Okay, deep dive into your shadow self, deep dive into who you truly are, things that are still there that need work, because we're making our way through the process. And in order for us to reach this enlightenment, to reach the Sun tarot card next of just joyful and prideful and happiness and being free almost and warm and spread the warmth around us, we need to work on that hidden part of us that we don't pay attention to every day that actually are affecting us. Let's talk about what this card means in a love reading. If you're pulling the moon card in a love reading, you might be going through something kind of complicated in your relationship right now, or just regarding love. The environment in the relationship or in your love life is just full of misunderstanding. Work is needed to be done to get to the bottom of things, okay? That's that light shining down on the truth, because there's a lot of misunderstandings. Remember, it's not a bear next to you, it's a twig that fell. Or maybe you thought it was a twig that fell, but it's really a bear next to you. You know, not everything is going to be as it appears. Just wait for that moonlight to shine down. But work has to be done in order for the light to shine forward, right? We have to take that step forward, or the moonlight is never going to exist anywhere else. I don't want you to blame the other person in this relationship. I want you to take this card as, I need to dig deeper into myself, into where I may be making mistakes, where I might be not seeing the other person in the right light. What are my desires? What are my motivations here? What am I contributing to the situation? You may be bringing past trauma from past relationships into this relationship and you don't even recognize it. You may be bringing your old bias or old traditional values in, and that's not always a bad thing. Just know that that may be causing situations to function how they are currently functioning. Now is the time to deep dive into yourself and really, really look at that subconscious self of you that maybe you don't want to look at. But you need to shine light on it in order to, again, move forward into the Sun card in our relationships. We'll talk about this next week, but it's all positive energy, okay? But first we need to do that shadow work, or just look deeper into ourselves before we can move on into that just joyful, prideful love. When we pull the moon card in a career reading, what this means is that you kind of don't know what's going on in your career. Things aren't really clear to you right now. You don't really know what your goals are. You don't know what your aspirations are with your career. Or maybe your work environment is just really tense and uncomfortable. Misunderstandings may be happening around you, involving either you and your coworkers, or just you and your tasks at hand, or between you and another colleague. This card is presenting itself to tell you kind of that you need to be more clear in order to be understood better in your career field, at work, or just your idea of your work. That may be repeating yourself, or changing your language in the workplace, or just being more direct with people. Or it could be that the people around you are not being clear with you. And so maybe in order to shine that moonlight on the truth, maybe you have to take that first step forward, right, down the path, and ask them to clarify, or ask them, that's an interesting perspective. What gives you that perspective? Something along those lines. You know, it's your responsibility now to take the step forward and get the clarity and shine the moonlight on what it is you're searching for, which will be the truth. And finally, let's talk about what the moon card means in a finance reading. If you're pulling this in a finance reading, now is not the time to make any rash decisions involving money. Right now, there's some sort of information about your finances that's not quite yet available to you, but it is coming, so be patient and wait for the moonlight to shine truth onto your financial situation. If you're in the process of making a major financial situation, this is telling you to dive deeper into that financial situation until you know it inside and out, until you know everything about it, factualize things. You may be feeling really confused about your finances right now, and just know that it's okay. The truth is about to step forward, but you need to make the step yourself to learn more about it, to understand it more, to really dive deep and see where you might be thinking you know more than what you do, if that makes sense. So guys, that is going to wrap up the moon card today. Next week, as I said, we'll dive deep into the sun card, which is what we get when we work through this moon card. The moon card's not a scary card, guys, okay? This is just kind of opening your eyes to show you that you still have a little bit of work to do, and you still need to discover more about the situation that you're currently in order to make the correct decisions, whether it's love, career, or finance, or just in general. We have some shadow work to do, or we need to be more clear about the things that we're expecting from other people. We need to understand our financial decisions a little bit more before we make big decisions, okay? So that is going to do it for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. We do this every single Tuesday until we get through the entire tarot deck together. If you're interested in that and you like today's video, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss another video with me. Comment below what you think of the makeup and if you think it represents the moon card correctly. That's going to do it, guys. I will see you in the next one. Love ya.